Right, guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about what to do if Facebook disappeared tomorrow. Huge
Yeah.
video. Huge video. So Facebook ads, you woke up tomorrow and you go to facebook.com, meta.com, go to your ads manager, and it says Facebook ads have been banned by the government.
Well,
Did it happen?
Facebook has been banned. Like
Yeah. Or but yeah.
the app's removed from your phone. No more Instagram. No more Facebook. There's no app on your phone. There's no BM. There's no website you can go to. It's disappeared. Someone has hacked it. It's gone. It's gone forever.
Yeah. What would we say to our clients? What would we say to you guys? What would we do? Because a lot of people will be probably secretly hoping that this does happen. If they're a failed agency, they'll be thinking, these fucking bastards online making this much money, having the freedoms that we have. I really fucking hope Facebook just is gone forever. But we'd be fine. We would be absolutely fine.
It's a genuine concern and a worry because, like, do you remember a year ago WhatsApp went down for like 7 hours and everyone just lost their shit and just didn't know what to do with their lives? But it highlighted how little things can happen, and it makes you realize like how much you rely on these platforms. If you're a marketing agency, freelancer, or you're an actual agency, and all you offer is just Meta ads, the Facebook and Instagram platform, you don't have a business. Like, you actually don't have a business.
No, you definitely don't. Like your service is gone.
The service is gone. You have nothing else to offer. So it's such an easy one is, and I think the reason we're doing this video is to say, if it disappeared overnight, you then don't have a business. If you're relying heavily on advertising on just one platform, then you don't have a business from the next day that you wake up. So the answer is to prepare yourself for maybe that will never happen. Let's be honest, it's not going to happen. But prepare yourself for it to happen and imagine it might. So what are you going to do? You're going to have to learn other platforms. The other thing that's worth noting is that if it did disappear overnight, everyone's in the same boat. And the only people who would survive and thrive are the ones like me and you who have your TikTok ads, your Google ads, Snapchat ads, YouTube ads, an incredible email marketing strategy. So we'd be fine. We'd actually carry on as normal.
Mm-hmm.
But those who don't have any of that, you are now significantly way behind us, and you are to a degree doomed. So moral of the story, from my point of view, Harry, and you'll probably say similar, or I don't know, is if you don't know how to advertise on other platforms, I would significantly invest in your time online to find out how you do it. Buy a course, whatever. Even buy a course and actually introduce it into your clients, because it will make you a better agency long term. But back up, like, have a plan B. If you haven't got a plan B and all you're doing is relying on Mark Zuckerberg, feeding us all Instagram and Facebook, it's not a great place.
I think what's so key, and beginners and new people moving into the SMMA space won't be as aware of this as people that have been, doing any kind of online marketing campaigns for the past 3 or 4 years, whether you did drop shipping, whether you did any kind of online marketing, is that Facebook ads are not what they were 2 years ago. They aren't what they were a year ago. Every year they're getting worse and worse and worse. And that's not to say the results for our clients are getting worse and worse. They're getting better and better and better because we've adapted to new platforms, we've adapted new strategies. And just as you go on in time, the more knowledge you gain and the more you understand customers online, the better your results get. But if you're taking it platform by platform, on the whole, Facebook ads have got a lot worse in the sense that you can't get the results that you used to do for a lot of businesses. There are a lot of businesses that we still solely use Facebook and Instagram for, but we'd be ready to switch in an instant if need be. So if you've been in the space for, I'd say, even a year, pre iOS 14 coming out, is that you'll know that the results have dropped off. You can't track as well. You can't get results as well. You can't target as well. The rules have changed. So that should be that should be a serious indication that you need to learn more services. Like, having just Facebook and Instagram ads or Meta ads just isn't enough anymore. You need to have more strings to your bow, because more, and especially as SMMA and digital marketing and online ads become more known to business owners, we're seeing it more and more now, that where business owners are coming to us and telling us what they want. Whereas two and a half years ago, we'd be telling them 100% of the time what they need. Whereas now, you do get some clients that do understand the space, and they do understand that their businesses are better received on Google ads. You just do get that. And it's there's no point arguing with them because they're right.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if you can't offer those better services that get better results, they're just going to go somewhere else.
Agreed. I think just always have a plan B. If it disappeared overnight, what position does that leave you in? If you're very vulnerable to it, learn Google Ads, learn YouTube Ads, particularly. That's a good platform. And back yourself up, prepare for it. You never
It
know.
is it is daunting. If you were a new SMMA and you've just like finished a whole Facebook ad course, you've finally got your head around retargeting custom audiences, etc. It is a bit daunting in the sense that you'll see this video and we're now telling you to learn another service, but that's fine. Like launch your Facebook ad agency, still works now. Do that while you're then learning, more services on the side to grow that product portfolio that you can offer. I think that's the best piece of advice.
It's just a piece of advice. It's just preparing you for what could happen one day. Like if they take the platform away and no one's allowed to advertise on it anymore, then what are you going to do? You'll be pleased you watched this video from us because you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that video from Tom and Harry, and that's why I learned Google
Yeah.
Ads.
What
It's
what
a
do you what
backup.
do you what do you think would be the biggest change that they could implement? Because obviously Facebook is just not going to disappear. But what would be a change that you could see them implementing that would really change the platform
I
for the
think
negative?
could potentially they could potentially make it harder for advertisers to advertise. So you'll be pre-qualified. I think you
Hmm.
might have to test, you might have to pay for a license to advertise on someone else's behalf. I can see it just being like they just want professional people who know how to run professional ads because it will
Yeah.
cut down on fraud, it will cut down on poor quality ads. And that's the only thing I could think of is maybe you might have to pay like 5-10K for a license for a Facebook Meta advertising license, and that needs renewing every year. And then you can act on other people's behalf, and you get a rep, Facebook rep, Meta rep, and before you know it, the amount of ads significantly drop, but the quality significantly improves.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe this is a side note, but it kind of links to that. Have you seen what Elon Musk's doing with Twitter in getting users to pay?
no,
So what he's doing is he's charging £8, $8, or I think it's $8 a month to get a blue check mark next to your name. So usually that was just for celebrities. Don't hold me. I think this is right. So you pay $8 a month to get that blue check mark. And Twitter's, we always say it's the most toxic place on planet Earth. So to get around the trolling and the toxicity of the platform, everyone has to pay $8 a month to get that blue check mark. And the rankings on the posts are going to be blue check marks at the top, all the shit at the bottom. So the only way you're going to really be seen on Twitter now is if you pay for that blue check mark and you're almost verified your personality, as a
yeah,
person, which is therefore going to put all the shit, the hateful comments, the toxic thing that usually gets rewarded with likes and dislikes at the bottom, so no one sees it. So loads of people have been saying that Twitter's going to become this new, 5-6 years time, once it gets head around it, is going to be this revolutionary platform that kind of does a U-turn. But it's just interesting how you said pay to use it, and that's what he's implementing. That could be a correlation there.
I think there'd be something. I think there has to be something which cleans up the platform and makes it harder. The entry level is harder for
Well, that's the
people.
main issue, isn't it? The main issue with Facebook and Instagram ads at the minute is anyone and everyone can put up a shit ad and it gets seen.
Yeah, too many people have abused it and stolen people's profiles to advertise, and it's just a mess. Like some of it needs a lot of clearing up. And that's because they haven't been shown how to do things properly, and they haven't had people like me and you telling them the rights and the wrongs. And unfortunately, it's devalued the platform. Having
Yeah.
all these advertisers come in, and it's just massively devalued the platform.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that video, guys. I think that kind of puts our opinions into play a little bit in terms of what would happen if Facebook disappeared tomorrow. We'd be soberly fine. Hopefully you would be too after listening to our advice. So guys, if you've not watched our previous video was on how to price your social media marketing agency services in 2023. Some best practices, what to look out for, beginner strategies and advanced strategies. So give it a watch. Hope you enjoy it. Drop us a subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.